interacting with the chief executive officers in the various insurance companies, insurance brokers, and other intermediaries, HMOs, reinsurers, and loss assessors, adjusters, and some agents, telling them the importance of corporate governance. As you may recall, in the year 2020, the Honorable Minister of Finance signed regulations, amongst which were dictating what should be expected on the corporate governance line, each of the players. And in 2021, another regulation was signed about the intermediaries. What these regulations do require were specifically that the way insurance companies operate must be regulated. Two, it required that there are some committees which must be put in place, and this was done in order to see that companies become more stronger and also companies become more responsible. You may recall that before, companies were not responsible for some of the actions, and also how the senior managers should be appointed, reporting lines, and things like that. That has helped us to create committees in the insurance companies and insurance brokers and HMOs on the corporate governance line. What I have shared today is how are we moving in that line on the compliance side of it. And you note that there are some things where we have managed to achieve 100%, but there are some other lines where we are at 85% and some others at 76%. We note that the deadlines for complying with the various provisions on corporate governance, some of them have already expired. Others are expiring in the next month of June. And we have one which is expiring in 2025. And that is on the actuarial and risk officers, which must be complied fully in 2025. But we have agreed on the roadmap to compliance. That is what we have shared, and that's what we have been discussing. I am happy to say that the insurers or the insurance players are moving positively towards complying, towards full compliance with these various provisions of the law.
You talked about insurance brokers complying at about 20%. I didn't get it.
It is 20% which is yet to comply, with one of 50% being independent directors.
My name is Sam from the Observer. You talked about the plans that you signed the contract to roll out the Pfizer software regulation. What do you hope to achieve, and what pushes IRA towards adoption of the software?
The Pfizer software, or the regulatory software, is intended to ensure that all our operations are automated. As you may note, we have been doing many things, but we have been doing them manually. And that is not good for any economy which is developing as fast as Uganda. And this is also consistent with other developed economies. We need to have a regulatory software which can tell us in real time, immediately something happens, it tells us that this insurance company has this problem. Then as a regulator, we move in to rectify that problem, working with the responsible insurance company or insurance broker. it is going to be computing all solvency margins. And solvency margins means how strong the company is so that it can take on more businesses. And this will assure the insuring public that this company cannot collapse because someone is not watching what is going on. The second issue, as I already reported, up to now, we are ending May, but I have not released the 2022 performance of the industry. This is because we are depending on the manual submission of audited accounts. When we have a regulatory software in real time, as the year ends, I'll be in position to tell people the performance of the entire industry. And this is also good for planning purposes. If you tell someone mid-year what the performance of the last year was, he doesn't have enough time to plan for the year which is in. But when you tell someone at the beginning of the year, he can quickly come in with remedial strategies and correct whatever went wrong. This system is intended to be rolled out in a period of overall 24 months, but every six months we are going to have a module already developed, and the module is going to be working on something. There is a module which is going to help for online submission of returns, the real-time submission. There is a module which is going to help the people to tell us, to give us a dashboard of whatever is happening in the industry, and there is a module which is going to do the computations of everything as it happens in the industry, and we can have a balance sheet for each of the licensed insurance player on a daily basis.
Maybe the last one from you, Honorable. The stakeholders are talking about a lack of actuaries and risk managers or professionals. We have a fully fledged insurance training college. Why do we have this inadequacy in the industry?
As you may note, really actuary or risk managers is a highly specialized area, and the professional bit of it is not trained in Uganda yet. What we do train is capacity building, just to add on what people have, because like actuaries is done either in United Kingdom or Canada. Those are the ones which are doing it for now, but there are some people who are doing it online, the professional courses. I have always encouraged the insurance players to pay tuition for their staff in order to enroll on these serious programs. And this is going to help. Very many Ugandans are saying they do not have jobs. If you do not have a job and you identify one of those areas which we are lacking, when you have that expertise, be sure you'll be employed. I want to encourage Ugandans to be interested in what happens in insurance, because actually even the diploma courses being trained at the Insurance Training College, those professional training courses, when you get it, you'll definitely be absorbed in the insurance industry. The job market should not be worried because of outsourcing, because we only allow outsourcing for what we do not have locally. We cannot allow outsourcing for the professions we already have in Uganda. And actually, even the outsourcing is a remedial strategy to ensure that we do not have companies which do not have correct actuarial valuation reports. And that should be phased out soon.
To Uganda.
Olwaleero tubadde twejjukanya ne abakulu abatwala insurance company oba bayite ba chief executive officers oba bassenkulu b'amakampani agayinsuwa mu Uganda nga twejjukanya ku bwetaavu obw'etteeka lye twateekawo lye bayita erya corporate governance. Erya corporate governance ye nnuŋŋamya oba enfuga eya amakampani gano gonna nti nno twateeka mu nkola buli kampuni eteekwa okubeera ne komiti ez'essalira 5 era komiti ezo ne tuziwa n'amannya gaazo era nga buli emu tugiwadde wa gyeyina okulipootinga mu bujjuvu. Ekirala ne tuwa nti ne boodi oba enkiiko ezitwala amakampani gano gonna agali mu Uganda ziyinako obukwakkulizo obw'enjawulo bwe tuzisaba era bayiteekwa okubeera nga babutuukirizza. Ndi musanyufu okulipootinga nti waliwo obukwakkulizo nga babutuukirizza 100 ku 100 ne wabeerawo obukwakkulizo obutonotono bwe bakyabuzaayo naye nga tubagamba nti obukwakkulizo obwo ne bakyabuzaayo newankubadde butono naye nabo bateekwa okubuteeka mu nkola kubanga ffe entiikinga yaffe oba emaakinga yaffe egamba ne bw'obeera obuzaayo kamu era obeera toyise bibuuzo. N'olwekyo tubakubiriza okulaba nti nabo batannaba kutuukiriza. Tulina ebimu nga byali obudde bwabwe buggwako mu March, ebyo ne babikola era babikola. Abataabikola twabakwatako mu ngeri yaffe. Ebirala bigenda kuggwako mu mwezi guno ogw'omukaaga ogujja. Oguggweerako waliwo obukwakkulizo bateekwa okuba nga batuukirizza. Waliwo akakwakkulizo kamu ba actually oba babalirizi bakakensa mu kubalirira insuwa engeri gyekolamu essente oba engeri gyesasulamu oba gye bakolamu claim bye bayita ba actually. Ako twakawa okukajjuza mu 2025 era nalwo bwe bunaatuuka tugenda kukakasa nti buli kimu bakituukirizza. Okutandika nga ennaku z'omwezi lumu omwezi ogw'omusanvu omwaka guno 2023 tuggyeewo insurance company okuleeta ebintu mu mbeera ey'empapula era buli enna byonna kaakati bigenda kukolebwa ku ngeri ey'omutimbagano gye tuyita online. Nkubiriza bonna abali mu yinsuwa okulaba ng'ekyo bakiteeka mu nkola era n'ewaffe tetugenda kuddamu kukkiriza mpapula okuzireeta. Ekyokubiri twasayininze endagaano ey'okulaba nti nno enkola yaffe yonna kaakati ebeera ku mutimbagano nga nagisayininze n'ekitongole ekyensi yonna ekinene ekizze kikola mu nsi ez'enjawulo nga kikolagana ne baregulator okukola gye tuyita regulatory software oba okukola omutimbagano ogugenda okubeera nga guliko olukangaga olunene olutukolera emirimu egy'obuvunaanyizibwa egy'enjawulo gye tubadde tukola nga tukozesa bantu. Ekyo kigenda tuyambako nti mu budde amangu ddala ng'ekintu kibaddewo omutimbagano guno gugenda kuba nga gusobola okubalirira era gutubuulire ku lukangaga olugenda okubeerawo tutegeere nti wano waliwo obuzibu oba wano tewaliiwo buzibu tweyongere mu maaso. Tekijja kukosa bantu babadde n'emirimu mu mbeera eyo kubanga luli kibadde kikosa ne babayita ba shareholder nti oteekamu ssente nnyingi okubala ekintu naye ng'ate kompyuta oba omutimbagano gwandibadde gusobola okukibala mangu. Ekyokubiri kibeera kitegeeza nti bano abantu bagenda kukola kye tuyita retooling. Bw'obeera ng'ebintu badde obikola mu nkola yaffe eyadduka misinde kakati bagenda kuyiga kompyuta bwekola nabo bagende mu maaso n'embeera kubanga y'embeera bwetambula.
obaoliawo we banaawulira ku penalties kinaabanguyirira n'okutekesa mu nkola kisuubire kampuni ezimu okuggalibwa.
Okuggalibwa kwe kusembayo naye okuggalibwa fenna tetukwagala kubanga wabeera waliwo abantu kampuni eyo bebeera ekolako. Naye ekikulu kiri nti bo bakimanyi ti senga obeera olina by'otatuukiriza obudde ne buggwako kirina kye kitegeeza. Era kye kitegeeza ekyo kitegeeza nti nno regulator ajja kuggyayo oluga and oluga luno luyinza okukola ebintu birala bingi naye nga ekyo si kyekikulu. Ekikulu kiri nti twagala okutambula na buli muntu kubanga ekigendererwa kyaffe ekikulu si kyakuggyayo kiba okukuba bantu oba kubakkakkanya naye kulaba nga tukulaakulana nga n'omuntu agula yinsuwa naye musanyufu naye nga n'ono gwe bagiguzeeko nga naye tukakasa ti asobola okubeerawo. Ebale nnyo.